Hello,
Hi, Adrija. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm good as well. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so how was your day today? How did your day go?
Yes, it was overall nice. Today we had holiday due to Eid. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed my holiday. Not enjoyed, I would say, but still I spent a few lazy time and then I studied a little bit. So, yeah.
Just a little bit. Okay, so you study even on holidays.
Hmm.
Okay, that's nice. I think you're in class ninth, right? You told me that you're in class ninth,
Yeah.
right? That's very nice. Okay, so what did you study? What did you study about today?
Right now only like 1 hour ago I was practicing maths. So,
Uh-huh.
yeah, I was doing this triangle theorem and all of this.
Yeah, I know about triangle theorem. Trust me, they're, I'll not say difficult, but they're pretty frustrating. When
Hmm.
sometimes I do not remember exactly if I'm using the correct terms or not. But there's this kind of what is it called? Uh, I forgot the term for it. I forgot the mathematical term for it. But there are some, like this side is equal to this side or not. SAS and SS, something like that is there.
Congruence of a triangle.
Congruence, yes, congruency, exactly. That was the word that I was forgetting. Congruent triangles. Okay, yes, they're very irritating. Okay, so do you like maths?
Yes, I love, especially geometry and algebra. I am not really fond of arithmetic, like, all doing all those maths, but I really love solving algebraic equations and doing geometry.
Okay, so things that require your mind, you like
Hmm.
that. Arithmetic does not require a lot of, you know.
Yeah, brain.
Okay, that's good. Yes, exactly. Brain. I was not using that word because it did not seem right. Yeah, brain. Okay, so before we start, Adrija, before we move towards the topic, any questions, any doubts you have, anything you want to ask?
Yeah, we can move to the topic.
We can move to the topic. Okay, that's very nice. You're actually one of the most confident girls I've ever seen in my life. That is in class nine.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean it. You actually speak really, really confidently. Okay, that's beautiful. Uh, so do you know what the topic for today is? Have you seen the topic?
Yes, I have. It is if you had to lose a sense.
Exactly. If you had to lose a sense. Okay, so you're still a school student, so I think you'll know about this. So what are the five senses, five basic senses that we have?
Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin.
Yeah, that's good. But those are the sense organs.
Organs, yeah, right. So the senses are to see, to hear, to smell, to taste, and to feel.
Exactly. Yes. Okay. So if you were given a choice that you have to live the rest of your life without one sense. Okay, out of the five senses, you have to lose one sense. So which one would you pick and why?
So tough to pick, because I think every sense organ is really, really important for us. But
Definitely.
I think, of course, not eyes, because I would not be able to live without eyes. Probably smell. I don't know, smell, because I don't really need that a lot in my life.
Okay. What about touch? What about feel?
No,
The
not at all. Because if
important.
I'm not able to feel where I'm sitting, so I would feel like floating in the air. So I would have nothing. I would
Okay.
not.
Wow. That's actually really good. I've never thought about that. Look, every learner that I've met at Clapingo, they've always told me that I'd be okay losing my sense to feel. Right. So you're actually the first person to tell me that you'd be okay losing your sense of smell. Oh, that's good. That's interesting. Okay. So do you think that uh okay, according to you, which sense is the most important one to us?
Hmm. I think eyes, because we would not be able to see the world without eyes. Probably if we didn't have the hearing ability, then it would have been okay. I mean, maybe you would not have been able to listen to the sounds and everything. And taste also, you would not have been able to taste the food, but still, you would be able to live. But I think without eyes, it's totally black. And I would think it is really a very important organ.
Exactly. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Um, this is a very interesting question. Okay, think about it for a minute. Okay. If you could acquire any other sense, Okay, a new sense, you could develop that. Okay, so what kind of sense would you want?
Oh, let's think.
Yeah, think about it. It's okay. I know that this question will take a little bit of time. Think about it. It's good. It's a really good question.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What more sense do we need? I'm not.
Anything. Okay, have you let's discuss this first. Then maybe you will be able to, come up with the answer for this question. Do you know about the sixth sense? Have you ever heard about the sixth sense that humans have?
Yes, like just thinking about anything randomly about.
Just thinking about something randomly. Okay, do you think that's the sixth sense that is called?
No, I'm not able to describe it, but I know about this.
Yeah, you know about it. So basically, it's kind of intuiting about the future. That you had an intuition that this is what's going to happen, and it actually happened.
Hmm.
So that is what we call the sixth sense. Okay. Have you ever watched any Spider-Man movie?
Yes, I have.
You have, right? So Spider-Man has that
Yes,
spider.
he has. I have also
Right?
seen.
Exactly. So that is also a sense. So just like these, if you could develop a new sense, what would you want to have? Now think.
Oh, I mean, like just having a warning that something is there in the future. This
Exactly.
is a nice sense. I think I'd love that too. But something unnatural would probably be probably not just any warning. If it would have been anything like, suppose we would be able to understand what is going to happen just a little bit later, not just a warning. I mean, anything that is going to happen a little bit later, if we could understand it, it's going to be nice.
If we could understand it or if we could know about it. Because understand and know are two different things.
Yeah, I know, but knowing about it means something else. It doesn't actually means a sense. So there would be something that we would be able to understand. Yes, this is going to happen. Not totally know about it. So that is the work of the brain. So I'm telling
Oh,
another sense organ that we could just understand that this is going to happen.
yeah. Okay. So understand is not the correct word to use here. Okay, like
Hmm.
it's not fitting in here right now because understanding is like above knowing. Okay, and you're trying to mention something below knowing.
Huh.
Okay, yeah, like I want to know about it, but just a little bit, right? That you'd want to be aware about. That is the
Hmm.
word that you could use here. Being aware, being knowing about it, and then understanding about it. These are the three steps that we go through. Okay,
Hmm.
first we get aware about something, then we know about it, and then we understand.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Okay, now this is also a very nice question. Uh, Describe a day without a sense that you said that you'd be okay to lose. Without the sense of smell, if you did not have that, how would your day go? How do you
Okay.
think you'd be affected basically? Yeah.
Hmm. Yes, a lot, because I love to smell books. I love to smell, these new books. I really love it. So I think I'd really miss the smell of the books and the smell of the flowers and everything. And I don't know, because I'd be able to breathe, right? Just the sense of smell would go. So I
Exactly.
think I'd not be able to even understand it at first that my sense of smell has gone, because I don't really smell anything when I wake up. So it would go, the day would go. And I think would when I try to smell something, probably a flower, then I would suddenly see that it's gone. It's just like gone. Then it's like getting COVID, because when you have COVID, then there is no sense of smell.
Okay, but it would actually be scary for a minute. You'd start
Hmm.
tasting things as well that, okay,
Yes,
do I really have
I think
COVID or something? Yeah,
I think I go to a doctor even to check up, so that what happened to my cells, and probably he would say that it is gone, it is gone. So yeah, I would be really
just went away.
disappointed, but still.
Yeah, but you'd be able, that's the thing, that you'd be able to live without.
Hmm.
Right. Okay, now let's talk about that. You said that the most important sense is to see. Okay, our eyes are the most important sense of. So if you had to live without them for a day, now how would your day go? How do you think
Wow.
you'd be affected? Yeah.
So I would wake up from the sleep, and suddenly I'd not be able to see anything. At first, I would be shocked, like, I would call my mom that I
Mhm.
cannot see anything. I have also dreamed about this, that probably I have woke up and I cannot see anything. It's
Oh
a
my God.
really bad dream that I have sometimes. So yes, I'd call my mom and I would tell her that I am not able to see anything. So I would not go to school, of course, that day. She will take me to the doctor, and then the doctor would say that probably my optic nerve is gone, or it is cut or something like that. So I would not be able to see, and that is the time I'm going to break down. Like, I cannot imagine myself without seeing anything. Like, seeing is such a good thing. You can see so many beautiful things around you. So I would miss the scenery that I used to probably even hate. For example, sitting in the classroom, I sometimes hate that, but I would miss that, even to picture the picture of my classroom. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a really bad day.
Okay, that's beautiful. That's actually a really good explanation that you've just given me. I could actually, I'll not say it out loud because God forbid that does not happen ever. Okay, but like for a second, I could actually imagine you without the sense of seeing. I actually thought that okay, Adrija would actually be a very big mess. You know. Okay, but that's good. This topic is kind of boring, but we still made it interesting. Right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Sometimes we get boring topics we have to talk about. Okay. So now, Adrija, let's talk about your feedback, okay, about the
Mhm.
mistakes and the suggestions. Okay. As I told you in the last session as well, you're not making a lot of mistakes as such. Okay, you're a really, really nice speaker. According to your age, I'd even say you're kind of, outstanding within your classmates or something. Okay, you're doing really, really great. Okay, some very small points that you can focus on. Look, you have a really good accent. Okay, even I do not have that accent, and I wish I have. Okay, you have that accent, so it's really good that you're using it in your conversation. Sometimes what happens is that that accent goes away.
Okay.
Okay, you come back to your natural way of talking. I'm not saying that you're being pretentious or you're trying to pretend to be in that accent. It's automatically there. Your mind is giving you that. Okay,
Mm.
but this is something that you should focus on. Try to stick to one particular accent. It can be your natural one because of your mother tongue, or it can be the one that you actually speak when you're speaking in English. That's your choice. But when it changes repeatedly, okay, if it happens once or twice during a conversation, then it's fine. Then it does not matter a lot. But if it's happening again and again, like after some period of time, it becomes a periodic thing, then it becomes a problem.
Mm.
Okay, because people start to notice it basically. Okay, that is
Yeah.
one thing that you can keep in mind. Okay, second thing, you're good at English. You're really good at English. Your vocabulary is good. Your way of speaking is good. Your sentences are perfect. They're very nice. Okay, grammatically also you're not making as many mistakes or something like that. One thing that I'd like to talk to you about in with respect to communication, basically. Look, when we are speaking, okay, when you see me speaking, I always take a pause in between. Right? I take a pause to take a deep breath. I take a pause to think about the thing that I have to say next. Okay. When you do not do that, when you skip that part, you get stuck somewhere in between the conversation. It
Yeah.
automatically happens. I'm not saying it happens with me or it'll happen with you. It happens with everybody. Right now, you're taking pauses just when you're out of breath. Okay. That's incorrect. That is something that you have to work on. That's a big problem. Okay. I'm not saying that you're making mistakes. You're doing really good. Just the pauses part. Okay. Focus on them a little bit. That how to take a pause and when to take a pause, basically. Okay. I'll give you a very small homework today. You're in class 9, so I was not suggesting you this up till now, but today I'll suggest you because you're actually a good speaker. Okay. So to be a great one, just focus on this one particular thing. Look, right now, what I'm saying is you're doing good. When you're speaking, you're not getting stuck. But after some point, when you have to speak in front of 100 people or 200 people,
Mm.
then you'll get stuck. Okay, because when you see an audience, your mind is thinking about a lot of different things.
Yes.
Okay, that's why pauses are important, very important. Okay? They give your mind the time to rest. They give the time to your mind to calm down. Okay, that's important. Okay, how can you work upon that? I'll just tell you a small homework. Um, watch any speech of a great leader today. Okay, a political leader, an actor, or somebody, anybody. Okay, I'll suggest you a video. Basically, it's about humanity. Okay, and it is given by Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, it's in English itself, and he was giving a TED talk or something, so you can just search that. Okay, when he's giving that speech, just take a pen and paper and write down the timings. Okay, write down the time when he's taking a pause. Whenever he takes a pause, just write down that time.